Hey, everybody. Anthony Morrison here, and I want to welcome you all to tonight's Success Connection. I am going to go ahead and try to share my webcam here. So I think all of you can probably see me. Hopefully you can. I want to welcome you all to the Success Connection. Thanks, guys, so much for being here. You guys know every single Thursday night, bringing you the best training that I possibly can, and hopefully helping you guys have more success online. If you could, tonight is a really special Success Connection for me. So if you could, let's blow up the Facebook group. Let's blow up Facebook, telling everybody to join the Success Connection right now. We'll probably max this thing out here in the next few minutes, but we want to get as many people as we can on. In fact, you can go right into our group right here and just post. If you're live on the webinar, let everybody know you're in the group by just saying, I'm live on the Success Connection. Are you coming? Right? And you can post that on Facebook or in our Facebook group. Those links are right here. So I'm going to highlight those on the screen. So just look right here. You can go to go.dsc.com/Facebook and you'll find us streaming live on Facebook. Or if you are a member of our Facebook group, you can simply just go to go.dsc.com/group and click the join button. If you're not a member, I'll get you approved. If you are a member, just make a lot of posts, as many posts as you possibly can, and just let people know to hop on tonight's Success Connection. Tonight, like I said, is a special Success Connection. First of all, thank you to all of you that came to our Build Sim Profit Live event last weekend. It was a lot of fun. In fact, the feedback that we got was that it's the best, or was the best, the best event that we have ever done. And we've done the Build Sim Profit Live event now 4 years in a row. And we just had some phenomenal speakers, and I've been very lucky to just connect with and network with so many awesome people. And so hopefully those of you that were there really enjoyed it. And those of you that bought your tickets and weren't able to come, you'll get all the replays loaded for you. So it should be awesome. You'll still get to watch all of the really cool training. And of course, if you're brand new to the Success Connection, I want to welcome you here tonight. You're here on a pretty special night for me, and I guess kind of an odd night for me, but a special night nonetheless. And so I want to take the time to say thank you for showing up, thank you for being here, and then let you know that the Success Connection, it's not about any one specific product or program. So if you're a new student of mine and you've got Inbox Center Circle or Email Domination or an ambassador program, maybe you've joined our ambassador program. I met tons of our ambassadors at our Build Sim Profit Live event. No matter what program you have, this training tonight is not specifically about one thing. It's about all things internet marketing. It's a platform that I use to teach you, educate you, train you, and then build you businesses and give them to you completely free. And then you can use all the courses and all the training and all the stuff that we've done over the last 15 years here at Morrison Education. When you join those courses, you can use all those courses as a standalone course, but you can also apply them to what we're doing here on the Success Connection. So I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's really awesome. And of course, we've had just a phenomenal time doing it. I've been doing it now almost 4 years, every single Thursday night. And there have been some rough Thursday nights. First of all, how many of you are with me? Just say yes. Just say yes down here in the chat box. I got my webcam. I got better internet here in Destin. And so I see lots and lots of yeses coming in. Very good. Very cool. I can see them all coming in down in the chat box. Tonight is going to be a little bit different than what I'd originally planned. I've got a special guest coming on tonight. There will be no selling anything from a special guest. This happens to be a guest that's here with me right now in Destin. It's one of our speakers from our event, and he's going to be teaching us something that's going to apply greatly to the business model and to the business that I'm giving you. If you're new, hang out till the end. Don't leave, because we will be giving you your completely free businesses at the very end. I've got 3 of them to give you, and there's the reason that I'm doing that is the master plan at the end, which is to connect all those businesses and really build you kind of like an empire, if you will, online. And so I'm working. If you stay with me and you just kind of follow along and you make sure you implement what I'm teaching you, I'm walking you down the same path I'd walk down. But tonight is obviously a different night, but a special night for me, because tonight happens to be, and today, no matter, depending on where you're at, today happens to be what would be my dad's 80th birthday, and I'll tell you how I figured that out. And I didn't really know that today was my dad's, or would have been my dad's 80th birthday, until I got home from the event. I was drained. I was tired, as you can imagine. We had so many people, and we make ourselves very available. So I talked an awful lot. I was just worn out. And so I woke up on Monday and I was scheduling my emails, and I wrote the email that a lot of you probably got tonight from me that said, today is my dad's birthday. And I was writing an email to let you know what we were going to be doing on the Success Connection, about the webinar video we were going to be giving you, and we're finally finishing up this business. And right as I went to schedule it, and I clicked on Thursday, and I realized that was the first. It just kind of hit me like just square in the face about that I was actually going to be doing the Success Connection on my dad's birthday. This is the first time that we've had to have something like this, whether it's a holiday or whatever. It's the first birthday that I've had without my dad in 35 years. So it's a very difficult day, obviously, for me, and it's been a difficult week. I try to be super transparent when I'm on here. I like for you guys to know kind of what's going on in my life, what's going on in my world here, so that if I'm a little down or I'm sometimes I'm really way up here on our trainings, you kind of know why. You've got some background information, and you've got some kind of perspective to put things in, because I think a lot of times perspective is everything. And so this week I was a little bit down. I wasn't myself. I was worn out from last weekend, and then it just kind of hit me all of a sudden, like, wow, today is my dad's birthday. And so it also made me think about something, and that is that a lot of you, some of you have followed me since I was 26 years old, 25 years old, but a lot of you are new. How many of you are new? Like, only in the last maybe year or so, have you ever even heard of who I am? Just say yes in the comments box. All right, and by the way, I appreciate all the happy birthdays for my dad. I appreciate that. Okay, so I see lots and lots of people that are saying yes. I always talk about my dad when I'm on here, and I have for quite some time, but I don't think that I've really spent any time at all kind of giving you guys a little bit of a backstory on my dad. So, seeing as how this is my first birthday without him, our first time for his birthday without him here, I felt like I would talk a little bit about that. So tonight, what I'll do is I'm going to give you just a little bit of a story about my dad, how he influenced me in business, and then kind of how I got to where I'm at right now, because I had somebody there to influence me, somebody there to educate me and train me and to help me to get through the things that maybe I wasn't capable of getting through, didn't think I was capable of getting through on my own. How many of you feel like that sometimes in your life, that maybe you feel like you're not capable of getting through something, or you're not capable of doing something? And I see okay, I already see lots of yeses coming in, right? And so, look, I'm not aiming to be your dad, right? But what I am aiming to do is to kind of fill that void, just like my dad did for me. My dad was an entrepreneur. My dad was someone that built his own business and went from just dirt poor, chasing the milk truck, he used to tell me, for some chocolate milk when he was a kid. And he was able to rise up. He was able to build a multi-million-dollar business, to own real estate all over the country. And it's, when you grow up in that kind of environment, and when you're surrounded by people like that, it oftentimes helps you to feel like you can do things. It gives you confidence. It gives you kind of perspective and inspiration that maybe you would never have had before, right? And so that's what the reason why I do the Success Connection every single week is. I want to be able to give you that inspiration and that motivation, that education, that drive, desire, but also that perspective to know that you can do the things that you may feel like you can't do. All you need is you need things to align just like this, just perfectly. You need the right mindset and attitude. You need to be somebody that's driven, that really wants to be successful. And then you need somebody to kind of take their hand and reach out and help you in a way that maybe other people won't do, or maybe that isn't available everywhere else. And I truly want the Success Connection to be that place for you. I want the Success Connection to be that kind of where things meet and come together and help you to be a more successful person, right? That's what my dad did for me, and that's what I want to do for other people. And I've seen it happen so many times here on the Success Connection, and I feel like it can happen for you. So if you're a new student and you're brand new and this is your first time, you know, I want you to realize that there's a community, there's a group of people here, over 13, 14,000 people, I think, that are all kind of going in the same direction, right? And I'm here every single Thursday night to help you do as much as I possibly can to be successful. So I'll give you a little bit of my dad's story. The number two thing is I'm going to give away, okay, so I'm going to give away some money tonight for the training videos. So a lot of you did training videos, okay? So a lot of you did some training videos for our 7-figure email formula program. I'm going to give you, I'm going to kind of go through some of those in the Facebook group in just a second. I'm going to award some cash to some people and get some of those videos, put them in the course. We had some phenomenal stuff done. I'm really, really proud of you guys. So that's going to be really cool. And then I'm going to bring on our guest, okay? I'm going to bring on our guest who's currently doing, we'll call it $300,000 or $400,000 a month. And so he's basically doing, he's actually hit close to 7 figures in a month. With what you're going to be able to do after you get your businesses set up. And then, of course, I'm going to give all the businesses, right? I'm going to give you your businesses if you're new, okay? So I'm going to give you your businesses if you're new. And for those of you that have been here and you know, okay, this week I was supposed to give you the webinar video, I'll be just totally, completely transparent with you. You want me to do a presentation to sell a course for you when I am all here, you know, focused and positive and happy. And I woke up on Monday morning and I was not focused, I was not positive, I was not happy, and I was not myself. And so I felt like I have the whole PowerPoint deck done. I just felt like maybe I should wait a week and teach you, and do that for you when I'm not kind of dreading the day, which is today. So I wanted to do the best I can for you. I wanted to be the best it can be, and so that's the reason why. That's the reason why I decided to push it off for a week. Is I just, you know, things in life, right? And we want to do the best that we can for you. And I don't think that today would be the best day for me to be recording, or even this week would have been the best day for me to be recording things. So, so with that said, I wanted to show, you know, I've been on here for so long, and I don't know that I've ever, you know, some of you've never even seen my dad, and so I just felt like I'd pull up some pictures real fast that I have on my website. So this is my dad. And so a lot of you probably have seen him if you watched my television shows when I was younger, or if you've read any of my books. You know, I've got pictures of my dad in every one of them. And then this is another picture of him here. And you probably wonder, what are we doing? My parents always, especially my dad, he always taught us to give back, to help other people. And I've been so amazingly blessed to have such a great group of people around me here on the Success Connection who have given so much to charity when I point you in that direction. My dad taught us this growing up. We actually used to go and shop for kids at the burn center. So this was, you know, kids that had been, you know, burned pretty bad, and so right at the holidays we would take them and go shop and buy them Christmas gifts and things like that. And so that just happens to be some of the pictures I have with my dad online. In fact, this little kid right here, he was there for about 3 years, so you can kind of see where he's burned on his face. So for 3 years, our family and my dad specifically went and shopped and bought him some Christmas gifts, and, you know, give him some you know, some inspiration and some happiness when life is not treating him as well. But this is my dad. My dad was definitely my inspiration for business. He was the person that always was telling me I could do everything. And I was just telling one of my friends the other night that without somebody in your corner, without somebody there telling you, you know, you can do anything you want to do, you can achieve anything you want to achieve, you're the greatest, and you're this and you're that. Sometimes you have self-doubt that creeps in. It's even started to creep into me, you know, recently now. more so than it ever has in my life, because my dad was such a positive person, and he was such a positive inspiration on me. And if anybody ever said I couldn't do something or I wasn't the best at something, even if I wasn't, it didn't matter. He was going to argue with them. And so he was always in my ear. It's, I think subconsciously, I felt that I could achieve things and I could do things that maybe there was no way in the world that I would have ever felt I could do or achieve. And it was because I had somebody there telling me that, that I could. And it's one of those things that I've learned, and one of those lessons that I've learned through, really through his passing. And that is that we all have a story, we all have a background, we all come from somewhere, right? And not all of us have the best story, the best background, the best support, the best family, the best people in our corner. And it really does make a difference in how you feel about yourself, the confidence that you have in yourself, and the ability that you have to be successful. It really does. And it's all the way to the point where it can take somebody like me that's been massively successful and make me doubt things in my life that I've never doubted before, because I lost that big inspiration. And so I want all of you to make a promise to yourself to find that person, or that person in your corner, that person in your life that can be that subconscious positive push that you need to be successful. And if it's me, that's great. Just join us every single week here on the Success Connection. I'll tell you how great you are. I'll tell you how you can do everything you want to do, because I know you can, because I see it happen for so many people, right? And so whatever you do, keep that positivity in your life, because I can tell you, the minute you lose, that one thing, right? You, without even realizing it, understanding it, you start to change. It changes who you are. It changes how you feel. It changes how you approach things, and you lose confidence, right? So I think it's super, super important that we all take the time to find positivity and people that are going to help us to be better at what we do, and help us to have more confidence in our ability to do the things that we want to do if we want to have massive success. Every single week I get on here and I teach you guys marketing, and I teach you funnels, and I teach you webinars, and I teach you solo ads, and I teach you email marketing, and I teach you all of these skills, right? But fact is, if you don't have the skills up here, and if you're not able to stay focused and to stay positive and to have confidence, then all of that stuff that I've taught you doesn't even matter, because you don't have the confidence. You doubt your own ability to implement it. How many of you have felt like that before? Just say yes if that's you. All right. I see a lot of people saying yes. Okay. I see a lot of people saying yes. It's easy to say yes on the webinar because nobody else can see you saying yes. At our event last weekend, I said, raise your hand if you want $100. Only half the room raised their hand. So there's some people that are just not going to participate when others can see. But it's very important, because I know you felt that way, and I felt that way. I feel that way now. And so it's important to have that moment, right, where you change and you start to look at yourself, how you think, how you feel, and the people you surround yourself with, and realize that really does contribute to how successful you can be with your internet business, right, and with business in general, as an entrepreneur in general. So, my dad's story is he went from a very poor kid to a very wealthy adult. He had 3 kids, all of which have been massively successful. Somehow he managed to marry my mom, 15 years younger than him, and he had a great life, right? He lived 79 really, really good years. And so all it takes is believing that you can do it. My dad used to chase, like I said, chase the milk truck every morning to get some chocolate milk. They were so broke. He went to the Gateway Rescue Mission and to a lot of the little shelters around Mississippi, and they would always give him clothes. But I remember my dad telling me all the time they would never give him food. They would never give them something to eat. They would give them clothes and stuff that they didn't need. They needed food. And when you're in that kind of position and you're that desperate and you're that down, and you can build a successful life for yourself, and not just monetarily, but also just like in relationships and your family and everything, that's proof that anybody can do it, right? My dad has a high school education. He never went to college, and ended up being a multimillionaire and having a wonderful life. So for any of you that have been doubting yourself, for any of you that have been doubting where you come from, and the fact that it's going to control where you're headed, just understand we all come from somewhere. And there's no doubt in my mind that I come from a great family with, that had money, that taught me the right way and gave me the opportunities to learn the things I've learned. And maybe getting to where I'm at was a little easier for me than it would be for somebody who came from where my dad came from. But the fact of the matter is, I made it there, and so did my dad. We might have both taken two different paths, might have been a little harder for him, but he still made it, right? And you can too. All you've got to do is believe in yourself, and you've got to take the time to focus on you and the time to focus on what you want to achieve, and then make it a priority. Life is all about priorities, and if you prioritize your education, your ability to be an entrepreneur, you prioritize the Success Connection, you learn as much as you possibly can while you're here, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter where you've been, and it doesn't matter where you're coming from. The only thing that really matters is where you're headed and how you're going to get there. And if you focus on that and leave all this other stuff behind, you're going to have massive success. You're going to be able to do things you never thought you would ever be able to do, and you're going to be able to connect with people, because you're going to attract people that truly do make you a better person, make you a better entrepreneur, educate you more, help you more, and most importantly, lift you up more and give you more confidence. So I won't spend any more time talking about it, but there are rough times. The Success Connection just seems to be on the days where it is the hardest for me, hardest days in my life. I mean, my cousin died. My dad died 2 days before. My dad's birthday is on this day. My every holiday is on this day. So making the commitment to be here is important. I talked about that in our mastermind this last weekend and at the event. And that commitment is the key to success. You've got to be committed to something. You can't make excuses to not be there. It'd be very easy for me to say tonight, hey, listen, everybody, give me a night. I'm pretty upset tonight. Give me the night off. I'll see you all next week. It'd be very easy to do that. But I've made a commitment to being here. I've made a commitment to people all over the world, people that flew in from all over the world to our event, and people that are on here right now at 3 and 4 in the morning in other parts of the world. And so when you have that commitment, you have to stay consistent with it. And when you put that first, it's going to help you to always get through the tough things in life and be able to achieve your goals, because you're not going to have excuses and you're not going to let anything hold you back, right? So I think that's super, super important. Now, what I want to do is take a quick second, because I know that some of you are new. So if you're new, let me kind of talk to you a little bit about what we're doing. And again, thank you all for saying the nice things that you're saying about my dad. He was a great person. I'm going to do my very best for the next half hour here to give you guys some decent training and education, with the understanding that I'm not 100% myself today. And then of course we'll get through it. We'll learn an awful lot. And hey, that's what we're here for anyway, right? Is to learn and grow, and of course to do the things that we want to do to build the businesses that we want to have. So I think it's really important. So what we've been doing is we've been kind of going through the 7-figure email formula, okay? And this is a business, okay? So this is a business that I set up for you guys, and I've given you already. If you haven't got this yet, worry not. In just a little while, I will give you access to this page right here. And on this page, it will let you download. This business. Okay, so you'll be able to get this business completely free, and without going into massive amounts of detail on it. The business kind of works by generating traffic. Okay, which I'm going to have somebody come on and talk about in just a minute. And then it works by generating traffic, and it's basically sending people to a webinar registration page. And I'm going to skip some of the steps here. Forgive me, I'm going to take my jacket off. It's hot in here now. So I'm going to not going to draw every single detail of this thing out, but basically we send people to a webinar registration page. They register for our webinar, and they go to what we call a webinar countdown page. Okay, so they're going to basically count down to the webinar. Then they're going to actually go to the webinar page. Okay, so this is where we play the webinar video. So it's an auto webinar. This is automatically done. It doesn't require you to do anything. It doesn't require you to be doing live webinars or anything like that. I'm actually filming this video for you and giving it to you. So this is the video that ends up producing what we call well, basically you're going to produce a buyer. Okay, so you're going to produce a buyer, or you're going to produce a non-buyer. Okay, so it's one of those two things that's going to happen. If somebody doesn't buy, they go to what we call a replay page. Okay, and then that replay page can again produce basically buyers, or it can produce non-buyers. Okay, so this is people that either they're going to buy or they're not going to buy. But when somebody registers, we also put them on our email list. Okay, so we're going to put people on our email list. So how do we really make money in this business? Well, it's real simple. You're going to make money when people buy over here. Okay, so that's a key element. But a big key element is our email list. Okay, and how we monetize it. Now, I've given you this whole business. Let's take a quick look through it. Okay. This is the 7-figure email marketing formula business. Okay, so look, here is the registration page. Of course, by the way, obviously, if you're a new student of mine, you get this tonight. I'll give it to you in just a minute before we wrap up the webinar. This is the countdown page. Okay, by the way, these are already done for you, so you don't have to do anything. Just click a button, they're yours. So this is how people register for the webinar. This is where people go to wait for the webinar. All right. This is the webinar broadcast room. So this is where people go to watch the webinar. Okay. On this webinar, they can purchase a product. The product is the 7-figure email formula. Okay. This is a training that I put together and gave to you that you now get to sell as your own. So that means 100% you get to sell this as if it were your own product, because it is your own product at that point. And then here is the replay room. Okay, so we have all of these assets put together right here. Okay, and of course my video will go right here on this page. So this is the sales process, if you will. They register for a webinar, they wait for the webinar, they attend the webinar, they either buy on the webinar. If they don't buy, they go to a replay page where they can then buy again. How many of you understand that process? Because that process matches what you see on the screen. Just say yes if you understand that. Okay, very good. I see lots and lots of yeses. By the way, listen, it takes a lot for me to be here right now. So what I want to do is I want every single person on this webinar to say yes, 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 yes in the chat box, which is just blow the chat box up with yeses for me so I can see that everybody's paying attention. We have 987 people on the webinar. So we have 13 people away from maxing out. So thank you to all of you that posted on Facebook and in our Facebook groups. We literally basically have maxed out the webinar for all practical purposes. So, and we got tons of people saying yes in the chat box. This is the first time I've turned my webcam on in a long time in the webinar. So we got a little, we had them tweak our internet here a little bit. So I'm hoping that I'm not choppy and all kinds of weird stuff on your end, but this is the best I got while I'm investing. Okay, so lots and lots of people saying they understand. So this is the model and this is the formula. Okay, now I've told you that what we're selling, okay, and what we're selling to people if they buy, okay, they actually get access to a product, okay, which is the members area. Okay, it's the members area. All right, so this is the members area. So anybody that buys, okay, like these buyers go down into here, these buyers go down here. So your buyers go into your members area. The members area is full of training videos. So let's take a quick look at those training videos that are provided here in the members area. So we've put together this members area for you, okay? And you can see what it looks like right here. So this is the actual members area. Now, this is where we have a little bit of fun tonight. I asked you guys over the last couple of weeks to build out some videos for me that we could put in here. And what we're going to do is put it under a section right here called Student Training Videos. What I think is cool about this is I'm literally going to let you teach some modules inside of this course that you'll be selling, and all of our Success Connection students will be selling. And what it shows is when people come in and they realize that students are now teaching inside of the course, do you think that's going to make them feel a little bit better about what they've purchased? Yes or no? All right. That's right. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. So let's start right here, right now. with understanding that in just a minute, I am going to pop over here to our Success Connection group, and I'm going to start buying videos from you guys, okay, to put into this members area for you, so that next week when you download this members area, they'll all be in there, and you'll have a massive amount of training videos available to you that you'll be able to go through, but also that will now be part of your course. How many of you are cool with that? Say yes. All right. And by the way, we had so many really awesome ones that I might buy more than I said I was going to buy. I'm going to buy a lot of them tonight, and you're all going to get them completely free next week. So I'm going to make a note of next week. We're going to have the free student training videos. So next week we're having the free student training videos, and they're all going to be ready. But let's talk really quick about what happens after this process. So like, you're running people through this business, okay? Well, they're all going to be on your email list. There are different ways to monetize your email list, okay? And this is what's kind of cool. Way number one is you can sell your products, okay? So you can sell your products. Now remember, we've also given you the 8-figure funnel formula book, which is something you can sell completely free. It's yours. And by the way, if you're new and you don't have it, don't worry. Remember, I tell you every single week in my emails, I catch all of my Success Connection students up. Here it is, 8-figure funnel formula book. Here's the book you can download. You can sell this book, and you get to keep all of the money when you sell it. So you get to sell your own products, okay? And I'm giving you products to sell. And that's what's so cool about it, is you're actually able to sell the stuff that I'm making for you. You don't even have to make it yourself. You also got Inboxer Academy. Okay, and I'll show you that. Inboxer Academy, it's right here. Okay, it's available for you to now sell as well. And of course, that's all put together for you. By the way, I'm going to make sure that that our speaker gets on. All right. Let's see. You guys are going to trip out. Hey, you can hop on now. So he's going to get on the webinar. He's actually in the other room. So he's going to pop on the webinar with us in just a second here. And when he gets on, I'm going to make sure he can share his screen, and we're going to talk about something, because here's the thing. You can sell your own products, and we've put those products together for you right here, okay? And I've given you those products completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can have them. You click the links at the end of this webinar, and boom, you've got them completely free, okay? So that's one way to monetize your list. The other way is through what we call CPA offers, okay? So this is through CPA offers. This is where essentially you're sending emails to other people's products, okay? So you're sending emails to other people's products, and you're getting paid a commission to do it. So I can see that he just hopped on. Let me bump him up to a panelist on here. Let's see. All right, let's see. Hey, can you hear me?
Are you there?
Yep. Can you hear me, Tyler?
I can hear you now, man. It popped out for a second.
Very good. Very good. Well, look, I want to, can you see my screen and everything?
Yeah, man, I can see your screen now.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Well, if you want to, you can share your webcam as long as you're facing away from all the bright lights in my living room so that people can actually see you. So Tyler is, there it is. What's up? So Tyler is one of our speakers at Build Sim Profit Live. You have one of the best presentations on the planet, and it all came from, and it was all about pretty much these CPA offers. And so what I want to do, Tyler, everybody's saying, well, welcome to Tyler.
What's up?
Everybody, Tyler. All right. So Tyler's here with me, and Tyler and I, we do some business together, but he's doing almost 7 figures a month with this whole, with this whole internet, like CPA offer type of thing, right? So he's absolutely crushing it. He's doing some phenomenal stuff. And so what I asked him to do was come on here because, look, at the end of the day, this model right here, when we create this entire business and when we start to make these sales of these products, we're going to build an email list as a byproduct. And when we build an email list as a byproduct, we have a couple of options for which we can monetize that list. One of those things I already told you is right over here. You can sell your own product, right? So I've given you products to sell, and you can sell your own product, which makes tons of sense because you can now start to make even more money. But there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of people that make a lot of money with these CPA offers. And so what I want to do is give Tyler 5 or 10 minutes to talk to you guys about CPA offers, about some of the ones that he's promoting. And then if you all are excited and if you feel like you like this, we're going to vote on it as soon as Tyler's done. And we'll see if we can't get him to come back and do a full training once we finish up the 7-figure email formula business, which we'll finish up next week. And maybe we can get him to come back and do a full training on CPA offers, because there's a huge opportunity for you to all make a big profit once you start to build your list. There's so many profit centers and so many different ways to make money with this. And you want to take advantage of every one of them. How many of you want to take advantage of every single opportunity to make money in your business? Just say yes. Tyler does. And I see lots and lots of yeses. So, Tyler, I'm going to pass the screen to you, and it's just going to pull up and ask you to be a, there we go. And it's going to ask you to take the screen. So you can just click OK, and it should pop up.
Yeah, it says, do I want to do the Success Connection every week for the next 3 years? I'm just going to click yes here real quick, and there
you go.
Should be good to go.
So Tyler wants to do the Success Connection every single week for the rest of his entire life. So that's awesome. So Tyler, I know you've got a few things that you can share with us, and I know it was kind of last minute. I asked Tyler. Tyler's here with me, and we've been brainstorming and doing some cool stuff here on email marketing. And
I tried to see the column, but wanted to show that off.
Yeah, no, the column is one of those. It literally, the lights behind you are the only reason we can see your face. So not really great lighting in the living room, and of course in Destin, I mean, it just starts to get dark even at 8:30, whatever. So anyway, point is, you've got some cool stuff that you want to share. So why don't you just kind of tell us a little bit about the main thing I want my students to realize and to see is, what is it that can be done on the CPA side of things once they get these businesses going? Like once I give them the final piece of this business, and they've got 3 businesses, they can promote them all, they're building their list, they've got that list. Where are the opportunities in the CPA world for them to make money from it?
Cool. Yeah, absolutely, man. And first of all, like I guess I'll talk a little bit how I got into CPA marketing. Basically, I met these guys a few years ago. Met this guy, he was probably like 23, 24, making like $100,000 a month. And at the time I was making like $4,000 a month. So I'm like, whatever the hell this guy's doing, that's what I want to do. And so I got an opportunity to work with him. And what really drew me to loving CPA marketing is, like, as much as you can, some people have a Shopify store, some people build brands. What I love about CPA marketing is once I've sent that email, I am like done for the day. I come back and I check my stats, but, I don't have to worry about customer service. I don't have to worry about product fulfillment. I don't have to worry about any of those things. All I have to do is find a good promotion, hit send, and move on with my life. And if I want to make more money, I do send a couple times a day, or, 3 or 4 times a day. But I've always been such a fan of CPA marketing just because it's like one of those businesses that once you get up and you get started and going, you can just scale so much without the overhead of, having inventory and customer support and all that stuff. So I've been a fan of CPA marketing for a long time now. As far as CPA marketing stuff, have you done much training with it so far?
Do what now?
Have you done much training, like kind of explain the concept of CPA and how it works?
Yeah, so I mean, I've told everybody, listen, there's tons of different offers out there. And we've talked about affiliate networks in the past. And of course, we've got new students every single week. So some have missed and some haven't. And we'll bring you back for like a in-depth, like start to finish CPA marketing when we have a full hour for you to go through it. But yeah, most people know. Look, CPA marketing is another word for affiliate marketing, and it's just that there are tons of companies out there that want leads, they want customers, and they're happy to pay you to send them to them. And Tyler is one of the best on the planet at finding the offers, okay, the affiliate offers that are going to make you the most money. And when I started working with Tyler, gosh, it might have been 3 years ago, 4?
I think actually, this always cracks me up, and this just goes to show how well Anthony does. In the last 2 years, I did the numbers the other day. We did $2 million in profit. And he always forgets. It freaking kills me because we work so hard at it. He just doesn't know.
Yeah. He was sitting at our event the other day, and he said, you know, we've done $2 million, and I wired you $100,000 last week. And I was like, huh? Like, I had no clue. But that's the point. CPA marketing is something that I do as well. I do it through our email list. Now, you guys don't get those emails from me because that's my personal brand. But I'm building an email list using solo ads and offers, just like what we're building you. And when I get those leads and I get those subscribers, I also send them other opportunities that they may be interested in. And so what Tyler's going to do is show you some of those opportunities, some of those CPA offers that you could be thinking about. Because once we launch this business, the whole idea is, you know, no matter which one of your businesses you choose to promote the most, whether it's Inboxer Academy or the 7-figure email formula, or you have the 8-figure formula book, right? So you've got 3 different businesses that I've built you. And if you don't have those businesses, again, you'll be able to download them at the end of tonight's webinar. Once you decide which one to promote, one should fuel all of them. So as we're turning the clog here and we're getting new buyers and we're getting new subscribers, we're now taking those subscribers and we're pushing them to both of our other businesses. And we're taking those businesses and churning out profit without having to spend money on any more traffic. How many of you understand that so far? Did you say yes? Okay, I see tons of yeses coming in. Very good. Awesome. There's lots of yeses. Everybody's really excited. Okay, now, there are some people that just will not buy what we have. Okay?
Correct.
That's just the way it is. And then there's some people that will buy what we have, but they will buy everything else on the planet, or maybe they're interested in other things, right? And so what Tyler is going to show you here is not how to sell them other, learn how to make money on the internet or learn internet business stuff. What we're going to be talking about is completely, what you would think is irrelevant, but what we have found is very relevant. For instance, Tyler, I see that you've got your account pulled up here, and you're kind of showing, first of all, it's $590,000 in this one account. It looks like this year. So yeah, $590,000 this year. Kind of give me an idea of maybe what our students, I see you have a simple email solution. What would you tell them as they gear up to start this business and they want to start doing some CPA marketing too?
Cool. Yeah, absolutely, man. And like the first thing I got to tell you guys are super fortunate that Anthony even shares all the tactics with solo ads and stuff like that. Because generally there's no, like if you Google Shopify, you'll see so many people out there teaching Shopify and showing you how it works. But this whole CPA world has been like a pretty undercover world for the most part. And there's some big companies out there. There's companies that do like $100 million a year. I have friends that do $3 million a month, 40 million a year, and it's all on CPA marketing. And again, like unless you know someone, there's not a lot of real good training out there. So you guys are super fortunate that Anthony actually shows you how to acquire leads and build lists. Because without those skill sets, you can't do everything I'm going to show you now. So what I want to show you, this is one of our accounts. This is a company we work with. And I just want to show you some of the stuff that we kind of promote. And you can see here, there's like auto insurance, there's like auto finance, there's like a lot of Degree Explorer. And I'll show you what these things look like. Degree Snap, find bank-owned homes, find foreclosures, like all sorts of offers. And basically what they do is every time we get a registration, you see the price there? It says $32, $755. That's how much we get paid every time someone fills out a form. And basically what's great about this is like, there's no moment in this funnel where people have to pull up their credit card. All they have to do is fill out a form and you get paid. So who thinks it's easy to get paid when no one has to pull anything out of their own pocket? It makes it easy because literally it's just a couple fields. Sometimes it's more, but it just makes it easy to generate leads for another business, and then they pay you for those leads. So let's scroll down. You can see $32, $1.50, $32. And like, sometimes people ask me, how come you promote something that's, $5 or $3.50 when you have these $32 ones? Well, the answer is really simple. It's because with these ones, people are asking, I think here it's just like, just submit your email. For every email I give them, I get $1. So if I can send them, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, leads in a day, that's $3,000, which is really great. So, but this is a company we do a lot of work with. You can see in the last 12 months, we've done about 607 grand. This account's maybe, I don't know, 14 months old or something like that. And it's also, what we do is we're in different markets. So we'll advertise like, stuff for the education market. I'm going to show you that in a second. Then we show the rent to own market. I'll show you that in a second. And we'll promote sometimes for investing offers and stuff like that. And the reason we do that is because it helps us stabilize our business. Like we find, beginning of the year and then about fall, the education market really booms, where near the end of the year, when it's starting to become around Christmas, like people are not thinking about going back to school. They're thinking about Christmas presents and time off and like what to buy their mom, right? They're not looking at the next course. So you can see, the last week to date, this account's only done $5,000, but that's because we have promoted other things in exchange of school because of the time of year. So that's another great thing about CPA marketing is you can go into different verticals and promote different things because you have the list. And it's so funny that the list will, list just because they sign up for one thing, it doesn't mean they're not interested in another. And like a perfect example of that is we have kind of like a client, and he gets, I think, 2,000 people a day signing up for his website, wanting to sign up to get information on, what credit card they should get. And what happens is on the front end, he services them and stuff, but on the back end, he has all these leads coming to him every day. So what he does is he brings us in, and our job is to find offers like this that will work on his list. So like go back to school, find foreclosure opportunities. And it's so funny because people initially, like it's one of those counterintuitive things, like people sign up wanting a credit card, but they're also interested, funny enough, in going back to school. They're also interested in saving money when they're buying a home. So there's a lot of things, a lot of opportunities that open up based on you building a list and the leverage it has in that list. So let me just show you some of our more popular stuff. I think this is our biggest one here.
Guys, you should pay close attention because even in masterminds and such, people don't show you what offers they're promoting. This is kind of a hush-hush type of thing because these offers have what they call caps, which means he's on Degree Explorer right now. It may have an offer cap of, let's just call it 1,000 conversions a day. And once it reaches 1,000, they cap it out and they don't take any more for the day. Well, if he shares with you what's working and the offers that are really crushing it, then technically speaking, he creates competition for himself. But I told him, we're only doing this one time. It's impromptu. I sent you guys an email and said you better get on the webinar this week because it was going to be a little different. And so I didn't know how it was going to be different. I just had a feeling it'd be different. And here we go with it different. So so pay close attention to what he's saying, he's promoting, because the gold is is always in those little details like that. So yeah, go ahead and show us one of these offers and kind of visually see what that is.
Yeah, so this is one of our big ones here. It's called the Re-Explorer. And we've done, I don't know, 15,000, like 160,000. And this is what it looks like there. You can see right there. So simple page. And what happens is I'll send an email, and this is how simple the emails are. Like the subject line, do you want to go back to school? Simple, right? Anyone can write that. Literally, I thought of the top of my head. And, the email's just as easy. You could be like, hello, I was wondering if you want to go back to school. And you can see I put a period there because I'm really crappy at typing. But good thing you don't need to be good at typing. If so, please check out many available opportunities here. And then you'd have your link. Thanks, Tyler. Literally something like this. If you had an email list and you put this email together and you sent this email and you sent them a link to this, that would most likely make you money. Now it depends on the list and stuff like that, but for the most part, our emails are pretty simple and basic. No fancy images, like You know what I mean? Not a whole lot of work goes into sending this email. And then we just send it here. And then when someone lands on this, you know, maybe they're interested in going to school for business, and maybe they like advertising, and we'll enter our zip code. And, you know, that's actually my zip code there. And I'm not going to fill this out, but what you would do is you'd go continue, and you would just continue to fill out this information. And as soon as they're done, and when they hit submit, immediately you'd get paid a commission, and you get paid a commission in real time. So you know that day how much money you're making, which is really great. But it's simple stuff like this, guys. You send an email, a super basic, simple email like this, directed to an offer, kind of like Degree Explorer, or we had other ones in here, you know. There's my image back there. We have some rent to own stuff.
Rent home listings over there.
Yeah. Here's another easy one. Put in your zip code. Anthony, what's your zip code?
Let's see. 391.
Old zip code.
I have to remember, like, which home do you mean?
And then, you know, register access to new listings. As soon as someone puts in their information, boom, $2, maybe $1.50, $3. But it's just really simple emails like this, guys, that you can send to your list and make money with. And the copy for this one would be even easier. It's like, subject line, would you like to rent to own a home? If so, please, well, that, and then be like, hey, would you like to rent to own a home? You can help save money, you know, get in a program now, click here. And then just send them to a basic page like this, guys. It's really not rocket science. It's really simple.
Tyler, you told me that a lot of times, and I know this just from us doing this, but a lot of times, you know, our students look at it and say, well, gosh, I don't know how to write anything about education. I don't know how to write anything about renting to own homes. And of course, you've shown us it's really simple, but a lot of times these schools especially, they give you the copy that you have to send. I mean,
oh, for sure. And even like this is one we've been sending for a long time, and you can literally take it right off their website. And actually, that's one thing, that's kind of a trick we found to help increase our conversions, is if the copy you send matches what's on the landing page, you know, it makes sense. It's aligned. People are more like, because you kind of pre-sold them a little bit in the email, right? So that when they get to the landing page, it's telling them the same thing. We actually noticed an increase in our conversions.
Gotcha. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah? Okay, I see lots and lots of yeses down here. So look, what's great about CPA is, number one, you're not having to sell anything. Number two, the copy is very basic. Number three, most of the offers like this degree, My Dream Degree, Degree Snap, Degree Explorer, you know, rent to own homes, they give you the copy that they want you to send, because they want you to send qualified leads. They don't want you to send crappy leads. They give you the copy that they want you to send. So it's almost like there's no real skill set to it. The skill set is in having the list to send these emails to. Now, some of you might say, okay, well, Anthony, why in the world would we send this when we could be sending our own offers? Because just like Tyler said, there are people in this world right now who are on this webinar right here, this minute, this moment, who probably are interested in renting to own a home. There are people on this webinar right now who probably have filled out one of these types of things here for going back to get a degree, right? There are people that are always looking to lower their auto insurance and compare different auto insurance quotes. Happens all the time. Josh in my office just did this for us and saved us like $6,000 a year on auto insurance, because he moved all of our auto insurances around because he got quotes from everybody. People do this all the time. And so these are things that the people that are buying your 7-figure email formula, and the people that are buying your 8-figure formula book, and the people that are buying Inboxer Academy, guess what? They still have cars. They still want to refinance their homes. They still want to have lower insurance. They still, you know, might want to rent a home to own it. I mean, these are general topics that tap into the fiber of America, right? Like everything that affects every one of us. And there's so many different types of offers. But if you've listened carefully to what Tyler said, some of the top ones are education, rent to own, refinancing, so, you know, refis on your home, and auto insurance. Those are some of the top offers that you could possibly have in the CPA world. And Tyler, one of the other things that I think is always good about this is there's no refunds. I mean,
yeah, generally, sometimes, you know, if there's an issue, sometimes it could occur. You know, they prevent against fraud, but for the most part, we don't have issues with refunds. And again, no customer service, no product to fulfill, no inventory. Like there's not all this overhead that a normal business has. And what's great about that, guys, is the scalability. I mean, the bigger you build your list, the more money you're going to make. And it's not going to take you more time, because it takes the same amount of time to send an email to 1,000 people as it does to 500,000 people. So it's just a great scalable business model.
Yeah, and you know, that's the reason why I wanted you to come on here and kind of plug this and push this interest. How many of you are interested in learning kind of more in depth about this CPA stuff? Just say yes or no. That's okay too. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses.
Who's that guy that said no? Let's kick him off.
Yeah. No, I can't kick my Success Connection students off unless they're being mean to me. If they're being mean to me, then I might. So Tyler, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get with you. I know you'll be leaving my condo here soon in a few days, but I'm going to get with you and see if we can do like a full training on the Success Connection about CPA offers, because if you could show how to set up the emails and, you know, how to put the links in and how to get the links from the affiliate networks, just those types of things, the basics, because that's really all that's necessary. I think that would be great, because once we kind of get past next week, on the Success Connection, my students will have 3 businesses, right? Selling digital products. But part of the way that you make so much money from the digital products is also knowing how to monetize your email list in this way right here. I'm going to tell you guys something right now that I don't really disclose a whole lot of, but I started working with Tyler doing this maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. And like he said, we've made over $2 million in the last 2 years in profit. And we've done that in such a simplistic way that I don't even know when it's happening. Like he said, like I legit don't know that it's even happening, because
it's sad and true.
It's sadly true, because there's no, it's all automated basically. And so as we get subscribers and we build our list through solo ads, we're able to mail out these other offers. And at the end of the day, all this stuff just takes place. We make a lot of money. You know, Tyler and I partnered on this because I wanted to learn how to do it. And so now I'm able to bring, and that's what it's all about on the Success Connection, is me creating connections and then sharing them with you, so that you can do the same thing. Because since Tyler and I met and started doing this, we made over $2 million together, or I've made over $2 million. He's made like, you know, $1 million a month or something doing what he's doing. I'm a small fish in the pond. But that's how scalable it is and how quickly it can be done in as little as 24 months. And so once you have all these pieces of the puzzle, which is kind of what I was talking about, and that's, I'm going to grab the screen back here real quick, Tyler. You can hang out real quick. So once you have the pieces of the puzzle, which are just like what you see here on my screen, you've got this business, and this business is creating and building that email list. Now, all you've got to do is monetize that email list in a way that allows you to sell your digital products like we're doing, but also now promote CPA offers where there's no selling involved, where it's pretty much automated. You're making money, and you're not promoting things that are in any way, you know, harming your sales of your digital products. Literally what you're promoting is the other stuff that people are going to be taking advantage of online anyway, regardless of if, you know, of if they do it from you or not, right? So it's a very, very simple thing, and that's what I think is so important about it.
And just to add to that, it's like save money on car insurance, get a better mortgage rate. Like you're helping people save money or go back to school, get a better education. Like you're improving people's lives. It's like, you know, it's so simple when you think about it, but at the same time, like, how come someone wouldn't want to save money? Makes no sense. Of course they want to. So these offers, like, they're just so lucrative because they just reach such a broad market, and it's something that everybody wants to do already.
Right, and that's the key. It reaches and it taps into a broad market. It's something that everybody already wants to do, and it doesn't cost any money for them to do it, and it benefits their lives. It helps them, and when you can add all those things together, there's big money that can be made. And I'll get Tyler to come back on here and do a full-blown training. But I wanted you to start thinking about it, because this is part of the cloth. This is part of the whole entire business that we're building. And this monetization point is one that is extremely lucrative. And in some cases, it's even more lucrative and more profitable than selling the digital products. And so it's, because it appeals to so many people. So it's just such a great way for you guys to start making more money. You know, I'm always teaching you exactly what I'm doing. I do this every single day, and I want to make sure that you do it. And I got started by talking to Tyler and him saying, oh, you should do this CPA stuff. I'm like, yeah. And then, a couple $1 million later, here we are. So I think it's really, it'll be a really interesting thing for you guys. And I think that you'll all benefit immensely from it. So Tyler, I got to give away some money to some people now for some videos. So I'm going to bump you down to just a regular Success Connection attendee. That way you can hop off and you don't accidentally end the webinar. Do not click end webinar when you get off. Just click leave, but don't click in. So everybody tell Tyler bye. I'm going to bump you down.
Nice to meet you guys.
Tyler, give me 1 second. I'm going to make you, let's see. Well, I don't even think I can make you just an attendee at this point. So it does not
let me take over administrator here. Let me
no, do not
make you a regular attendee.
All you have to do is click the button, the X, and then when you click, do not click end webinar, just click leave webinar.
So click the X on your screen, right?
Yeah, just click it up
where it shows your face. Just click that. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, it's nice to meet you.
All right, everybody, tell Tyler bye. He's gone. He's crazy. I have no clue. There's no words. When you make money that easily, you just kind of make up your own stuff. So anyway, this is the reason why I wanted to bring him on, because I truly believe that this point right here, okay, this point in the business model, this could be a huge money maker for all of you, because this is where you saw Tyler doing, like 590K in one account, and I mean, it's not even more than that. And so this is the part right here that I want to focus on after we finish everything else. Now, I told you that we had the members area and all the videos that we were going to place in this members area, right? And I said I was going to buy some more. So first of all, how many of you enjoyed me bringing Tyler on? It's a little surprise, not something that I usually do. I never bring guests on here, but he was here. I could tap into his knowledge bank a little bit and let him share it with you guys. And so I figured that I would. Figured it would be a good idea, and so here we are. I've done it. So let me just show you guys what I was talking about. I see tons of people saying yes. I know I'm a little bit over time, so I got to rush through this and then get you guys these links to download these businesses if you don't already have them, because you're going to need them, because next week we complete the third business here, and then we're going to start our fourth one. So it's just going to be crazy. The Success Connection is going to blow it up and be phenomenal here in the coming months and weeks. So it should be a lot of fun. So I told you guys that I wanted some videos to place down here, video trainings, which is teaching you how to teach people, right? Which is so smart, because you learn so much when you do that. So we're going to create another section down here called 7-Figure Email Formula Student Trainings. They're going to go right here. And what I did was I said, hey, send me post them in our group if you've made some. So we had a lot of people post in our group. First of all, Abby posted some in here, and I talked with Abby at Build Sim Profit Live last weekend. She's phenomenal. She's super smart. I've really started to see that she's catching on to every single thing that we do and doing some other stuff herself. She did an awesome video here to help you reduce your spam score, okay, and increase your inbox delivery. So it's how do you get your spam score reduced. So Abby, I'd love to buy this. So I'm going to add Nick on this email. Let's buy this for 100. All right. So we're going to buy this video from Abby. Okay. So I'm going to write down these names of videos that we're buying. So let's see, videos. All right. So we're going to write these down. So we're going to get Abby. Okay. And then I'm probably not going to be able to post all of these here. I might not tag Nick in this. Let's see. What I might do is just write the names down, because I think it messes up the flow of the group. I think it'll move the post in the group, and then he won't be able to find it. So I'm not gonna post on the group. But Abby's video is awesome. So I'm gonna do Abby on here. So Abby's video, reducing your spam score. Maria posted one about email marketing lingo that you should know. I think this is really awesome. So we're gonna buy this one, Maria. So Maria did one on the lingo. Okay, so we're going to buy this for you guys. So guys, think about it right now. I'm buying videos for you that you're going to be able to use. So we're going to have Abby for reducing your spam score. We're going to have Maria for being able to basically learn the lingo for some of these videos. So it's email marketing lingo. We've got, let's see, I don't know why we don't want to have anything about Russell Brunson's thing in here. Maria also did this video, and I watched this one, and I think it's a pretty good video here as well, Maria. So Maria also has one on how to buy solo ads, and I think that's a really good video. In fact, Maria always tends to do quite a few videos, so we'll get that one from you as well. And then I had some more on here. This one is really interesting too. So Muhammad O'Day put in here how to get the best leads for free. And how many of you are always interested in free? Just how can we generate traffic for free? Just say yes. Okay, I see lots and lots of yeses. Very good. So Muhammad, I think I'm going to go on and buy yours because I watched this earlier, and I'm not clicking on them now because you guys, I'm sure you can realize. Let's see, I'm making notes here though. Free leads. Let's see, free leads. The reason I'm not clicking on them is because if I try to play that video while I'm also sharing my video on your screen, there's no way we're going to be able to do this. David did one. So David did one on what an autoresponder is. Now I'm going to try to click this so you guys can see it. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. We'll see. But you can see how well this is put together. It's about 7 minutes long, which is what I wanted. And you can see that when you do trainings like this, and I know you guys can hear what's going on, but when you do trainings like this, it's very easy for people to follow, right? And that's the important part, is the basics, being able to follow things, being able to share things with people, and then being able for people to actually see what you're training. And it's cool to show highly recommended and then recommended for advanced marketers. I think that's something that we miss out on an awful lot. So I think, David, this would be a very good video that we could buy. So David Farina, and that is, what is an autoresponder? So what is an AR? And by the way, I know that some of these are videos we already have in the course, right? I know that some of these are videos we have in the course, but it's always good to learn from different perspectives. It's always good to learn from my perspective, but then from a student's perspective. How many of you would agree with that? Just say yes. Okay. Very, very good. All right, awesome. I see lots and lots of yeses. Let's see. This is Ed Murphy. Let's see. And okay, so Ed posted his right in the Facebook group. I think I already got this last week. For some reason, I feel like I saw this. And let's see. Looking at other funnel building platforms, a little bit about autoresponders. So I'm going to come back and watch this one, Ed, since it was posted in Facebook. For whatever reason earlier, it didn't show up. So I must not have seen it, or I would have already made a note of it. I got some notes in here. I'm trying to pull up everybody's videos. So let's see. We've got some more in here. And I tried to, I've got my screen just kind of sorted to where it shows kind of all the posts and the stuff that's happening. Here we go. Yeah, this is, this is where I saw this. Up here. So Ed's using this as a bonus at the end to help generate additional sales. And that I knew I'd seen this. I was just looking down the bottom. Ed hired somebody or has somebody that does professional, professional voiceovers, I think, on the radio. And it's really good. So Ed Murphy, we'll grab your video as well, and we're going to add that in to the course. And so, guys, we've got another learning the lingo. And here's something I thought that was cool. I saw this one earlier when I clicked on it, and I thought it was pretty cool. I can't pause it, so there's no ability to pause. But you can see this is a kind of an explainer video.
These are not just words.
See?
And importance of these terms.
And so this was a really cool video. But I think that you also kind of need to add more content to it. It's only like a minute, Stephen. So if you do that video, but you do it a little bit longer, I think that would be really, really, really beneficial to everybody. So I think it just needs to be a little bit longer. And then, of course, Kathy has put one on here about A/B testing. She's got some really cool stuff, but it's only a couple minutes long. So I really think, Kathy, if you add a little bit more to it, I think it would be a very beneficial video for people. Greg put one on here that I think is really good. I think we actually already looked at this. This is a good 18 minutes, and I love this, getting organized to avoid getting stuck. And this is something that I think is super important. It's just getting organized, right? Just being able to be organized with what you're doing, okay? Super, super important stuff, and things that I think most people don't understand and don't remember and really don't pay attention, enough attention to. So I'm gonna buy all of these. If I called your name out, then I am going to purchase those videos from you and put them in here. So I've written the names down here on this screen here, so you can see all of the videos that we're going to buy. So all of these videos, I'm going to pay $100 per video for you, and these will be given to you next week. Okay, so next week you're going to get these completely free, completely 100% free. They will be added into the members area. How many of you are excited about that? Just say yes. That's completely free stuff, right? So that's going to be really awesome. That's something that I do for you every once in a while. I buy things, and it's also great because I'm teaching you to learn more, right? So really, really awesome opportunity for you guys. So with that said, we'll wrap things up tonight. I'm going to give you all this free business if you haven't already got it. And of course, next week, let me just pull it up here. Next week, what's going to be happening on the Success Connection? So next week, okay, so next week, we're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to have 6 new student training videos, all for free for your course. All right. We're also going to finally release the 7-figure email formula webinar video. So I know that I told you I was going to do that this week, and then I didn't do it. That's just really because, again, honestly, I was just so distraught this week. I didn't think that it would be very smart for me to do that. So hopefully you guys understand that. It's been a really rough day and a really rough week for me in general. So hopefully you all understand that. So let me show you this page real quick. Guys, if you want this business, if you want this members area, and you want these pages right here, and you want them completely free, 100% free, you will find them right here on this page. Now, very, very quickly, because I'm also going to give away $500 tonight. As soon as we wrap this webinar up, I'm going to give away an additional $500 just because, hey, we're celebrating. We're still celebrating my dad's birthday, even though he can't be here with me. So I'm just going to do some fun stuff, things to keep my attention, and hopefully, things that will make him happy. So I'm going to give away $500 immediately following this webinar. The first thing I want to do is share with you exactly how you can get these free businesses. We have tons of free businesses on here, as you can see on the screen. But the 3 that make the most sense to get right now, of course you can have them all, is the 7-figure email, basically 7-figure email formula business, which is this one right here. Okay, it's the members area, it's the registration page, the countdown page, the webinar room, and the replay room. You can have all of these pages and all of these things already built by our designers. You click one button, they're in your account, they're yours for free. You can get those right here on this page. We've also got an entire Inboxer Academy. This is a membership that you sell, and you get to keep all the recurring revenue, meaning you get to keep all the money as it comes in. It's yours, okay? And it's a monthly membership income. You get to keep all of it 100%. It's yours. We have nothing to do with it. This business is available for you. And then we also have the 8-figure funnel formula book. That business is available. And in that business, you're selling the book that I wrote, all the graphics, everything already done for you. And you get to make, get to make up whatever you want to sell it for. Most people are selling it for $5 to $10, and it's a great way to get a new customer in. And then, of course, once you get that new customer, you can sell them your membership, which makes you recurring money, or you can sell them the 7-figure email formula, which is $1,000 or $500 products. It makes you a big chunk of money all at one time, really quick, right? All 3 of these are available here on this page. I'm going to give you the link to this page in just a second. Also, please note 2 things. Thing number 1 is that our Facebook alerts are listed right here. It's very important that you subscribe to our Facebook alerts because we use those Facebook alerts to remind you of our webinar. We use those Facebook alerts to let you know when we have new things going on, and we don't send emails about it. So that means the people that are on our Facebook alerts get information that other people do not get. They do not get spammed on Facebook. So please join the Facebook alerts. It takes like 2 seconds. You click the link. We'll send you a message on Facebook. You just reply and say yes, and automatically you now will get our Facebook alerts only for our Success Connection students. That's the only people that get this. The second thing is you have to have ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is the software that I'm using right here to build out these members areas and to build out these funnels and these businesses for you, and you get them free, right? So ClickFunnels allows me to share this with you, and every week I have to kind of go through this because we have new students, we have people that get on here and they think, man, why do I have to buy something new? Well, it's because you have to make an investment in yourself if you want to be successful. I've made a massive investment of time, energy, and money into the Success Connection, and I don't ask for anything in return because I believe it makes me better at what I do. And I think that if you take the time to make the investment of getting ClickFunnels and literally clicking one button, that's what's so crazy, is I can share these funnels with you. So you click any of these buttons and you instantly have these businesses inside of your account. You own them, they're yours, we can't change them, see them, edit them, nothing. They're 100% yours. Now you've got the business, it's done for you. You're leveraging, some of you met Ricky this weekend at Build Sim Profit Live, or this past weekend. Our designer, who we spend thousands and thousands of dollars a month on, you're getting access to basically him building these funnels out, him and my brain building this stuff out for you completely free. But there's got to be a way for us to give it to you. If we give it to you and say, here, build it on your own, you'll never do it. But with ClickFunnels, all you've got to do is click right here. You can get a free trial of ClickFunnels tonight for 2 weeks, right? You can immediately, upon getting that free trial, go down here and download these businesses. And in the next couple of weeks, you will literally have all 3 of these businesses live, online, ready to go, ready for you to start driving traffic to them and making money from them, ready for you to start implementing what you just saw Tyler talking about, all before you ever even have to pay for it, right? And then you'll find that ClickFunnels makes it so easy because it's literally clicking a button and getting all of my work given to you. So that's the reason why we use ClickFunnels. It's not because we want to sell you stuff. It's not because we want to make money. If you don't want to click my link, just go to ClickFunnels and get it. Pay for it, get it, do it. The whole point is the ability for us to transfer what we've built and give it to you. And that's what we really want to do for you. And so hopefully you'll all take advantage of it, because tonight at midnight, all of these links that you see on this page will break. Tonight at midnight, these will not work anymore. So you have until tonight at midnight to click and download these buttons, okay, or click these download buttons and get all of these funnels into your account. It costs you nothing to put them in your account once you create your account, all right? So with that said, let me pull back up really quickly here. Let me pull back up. Let's see, we've got what we're doing next week, so we've already got that outlined. Let me pull back up the link, okay? So the link to go to that page is right here. It's go.bsc.com/funnel. I want you to type that in to the chat box and send it to me once you have written it down. It's go.bsc.com/funnel, the password, okay? The password for tonight, which I thought was a fitting password, the password for tonight to access that page, which again will only work until 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tonight, and then it will not work anymore, okay? So be very clear that you need to do this tonight or you lose an entire week waiting on it, okay? The password for tonight is Roger. So that was my dad's name, Roger. I felt like, hey, I was kind of, every week I try to pick a password that has something to do with that week, something to do with what we're going over, and I felt like this was very prevalent for me tonight. So the password is Roger. Each and every one of you that go log into there right now will know that my dad did the best he could at teaching me to do the best I can. And so I want to remember him as much as I possibly can today. So you can go here now, esc.com/funnel. The password is Roger, and you all of your assets on our Success Connection page. The first thing you want to do is your trial funnels, because you need that in order to test the pages. Let's see. I'm going to probably have to, it says that my connection is slow. Just keep going. So you saw this is what happens to the internet here. So you want to type in the password Roger, O-G-E-R, and you want to go.com. Everything you see, just get click on have it, scroll down, download all the funnels here. They're completely free once you have ClickFunnels. And then for our big mega $500 giveaway tonight, all I want you to do, Facebook fan page, you're going to see this live go on. Of course, we'll probably be wrapped up on the Success Connection by then, but you'll find this live stream of the Success Connection. All I want you to do to my dad. All I want you to do is say happy birthday, Roger, happy birthday, Anthony's dad, whatever you might do. Let me cut my cam off here. Let's make a webcam. So just go there and say happy birthday to my dad. I'll give away $500 here shortly on Facebook. So you've got what you need to do. All you got to do is go to go.esc.com/funnel, type in the password Roger, get your funnels, get it for next week, and then go to Facebook. Happy birthday, $500 winner there very, very shortly. So you do it right now. Again, guys, have a great week. Have a safe week. Have a weekend. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. It's been a pleasure and an honor. And I always learn from you. You learn from me. So it's a mutually beneficial thing. So for me, it was just spend an hour tonight doing this. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Here, same place, same time on the Success Connection. But for now, and I know I had to turn my webcam off. My internet was going bad. For now, what I want you to do is go to the link that you see on the screen. Type in the word Roger. Get ClickFunnels. Be ready to rock and roll for your business. And then go to Facebook. Find this stream right on my Facebook fan page. You can see the link there on the screen. Go to Facebook. Leave a comment. Say happy birthday. I'll be giving away a $500 cash prize here very soon. So again, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week right here on the Success Connection. Take care. Go leave those comments, and I'll be announcing a $500 winner very soon. All right, everybody.